live. I had a lot of downloads last night, premonitions, things I've been predicting for many years and predicting just here recently have been coming everything down to even this morning. Everybody sends me things. You predicted this, you predicted this. So earthquakes, volcanoes, we're going to see a lot of different things happening in August. So I thought I would come on here and come live on August and buckle up. It's just going to be a ride. It's an exciting time to be alive. And so I first want to start about what I see that is coming up, when the good stuff. I want to talk about the good stuff. And I don't even really want to think anything's really bad, because all of this is going to shift everything into a whole new way of living, into into a whole new world. And so even the things that we think may be bad or scary, they're actually shifting us into a new way of living. So knowing that all of this is supposed to be exactly the way it's supposed to be. Last night I had more premonitions, more dreams, and I'm sure many of you have been feeling this too, because we are moving into a huge awakening. And the one thing I got about August last night in my dream was, we are going to look back. Am I kind of fuzzy? Hey, Veronica, I just saw you come on live. Okay, can you see me all right? Seeing some of you guys come on live now. So the one thing I got about August is, we all know how 2020 was life-changing in one day. Well, August is going to be that 100 times more. We are going to look next year and be like, do you remember what happened in August? Because that's everything. Hey Cheryl, everything I see, just so much opening up and truth coming out and devastation in many different ways, weather-wise. And we have especially August. So let's first start about this. Let's first start about the energy. Hey, Megan. We have these solar storms that are coming down, which I'm sure you are all feeling these. The solar storms, which and I do see wiping out a lot of electrical grids. They can screw with our electricity, and they go into our human bodies too. And also know right now, especially with me being a pet psychic, this also affects a lot of animals, especially psychic animals. Horses are so intuitive, so are dogs, so are cats, all of them are. So this is affecting not just us, realizing that animals are also very receptive and very intuitive, so it's also them and children. So when the solar storms come in, a lot of people are drained, you're tired, and what is happening is this energy is just being poured into our bodies. And our bodies are energy. We're made of energy. So this energy is coming into us, and it's purging us, and it's not even asking us to, release those emotions. It's forcing us. It's coming in here, and it's just like, we're just going to force you to release any lower energy in your body, whether you want to or not. And so the more resistance you become, the harder it becomes to have this new energy upgrade and this new energy up level. So remember that. So the way right now to really work with this energy, especially in August, and I can't stress this enough, because I just see like heaven's doors, if you want to put it that way, just this whole new energy coming in from above and also coming in from below. And so this is going to make the new shift of the whole entire world change, because it's that wrecking ball coming down into the whole world and wiping out systems, wiping out electrical grids, wiping out the way we live life, which is a good thing. It's actually very liberating. And in the past, things would manifest. I've been predicting for over 20 some years, so I've been seeing all this. So in the past, they would happen just more gentle, more over time. And as you all know, you're already feeling this speed up of time, right? And so that's what this is coming into, to really shift us into next year. Next year is going to be, we're going to look back and be like, what? It's going to be a whole new way of living, like totally new systems. Like I've been saying, I do not see election, which we will get into that here in a minute too, because there's going to be so much happening. So the way to work with this energy right now, the good stuff, I want to get into the good stuff. Our conscious mindset, and I'm sure you yourself have done this, or you've been realizing some people that are doing this, are coming into this huge awakening, and now you're having these aha moments, or you're being like, wow, the veils come off your eyes and you're seeing the truth in people and situations, and you're seeing right through the BS. And we're only going to evolve and grow and shift into that. And that's a beautiful thing because we're moving into truth. We're living into being authentic, and the people pleasing years are gone. So with them being gone, all these systems need to be wiped out. These limiting small systems that keep us small are being wiped out, and they're going to be wiped out this month. So they've already been being wiped out, but we're going to continue on to see them wiped out. So the good things that are happening this month: instant actualizing, manifestation. Manifesting is bringing that thought, that dream, that desire into actualizing, bringing it to here and now. Manifesting, we're always manifesting. Every single thought, every single energy, every single word, you are creating your life. In the past, it could take you a little bit longer. So this is really important here. You want to feel good, because when you feel good, your feelings create and bring good things. And so we're going to see this, and I'm sure you've already seen this, how things have just been showing up for you, good or bad, because whatever mood you're putting out there, whatever you're thinking, whatever energy you're putting out there, you're getting right back in your face. And you're like, whoa. So we're going to start seeing manifesting and actualizing coming in so fast this month, like just like the portals opening up. We have August 8th, which is the Lionsgate, and I'm going to go over some specific dates. I got some major energy shifting too. We'll see what happens on those dates. But August 8th is called Lionsgate. This is a portal that I just see, this huge doorway to the universal of everything and anything. You want to pull it in. 8 is the number, numerology of abundance and infinity of balance. So we're on 8-8, right? So we are having 8-8, which is called a Lionsgate. And I do see manifesting. So make sure to have this intention that day, being an energy of receiving, because manifesting is also just allowing. Manifesting is receiving. It's not putting those blocks up. So this is a really powerful day of energy and abundance coming to you. I don't normally do webinars, but my guides wanted me to do webinars. And if you want to, I will be journeying you through manifesting on a webinar on that day too, 8/8 at 8 p.m. and it's $88. Go to my website, vickie-miller.com, to sign up. We are going to really hone in on that day to manifest and bring your dreams. And the cool thing is they'll be like this. So that is a big, powerful day. The other thing that I see happening this month is severe change. Synchronicity. So instant synchronicity. Those dreams, desires, those things that you've been wanting to come in, they'll just come in out of the blue, okay? I also see soul tribes. So this is like a good thing, and so you guys might not think this, but this is a good thing. Things will be leaving your life that have been suffocating you. And so this could be friendships. This could be friendships you've been friends with for a long time. Anything of lower vibration in your life, anything no longer in your good, they are going to walk away. They are going to leave them, let them go. This means endings to relationships. This means endings to friendships. This means endings to jobs. And this is the month that they will never, you are ending bad patterns, those toxic behaviors, those toxic things in your life. This is the month you are going to cut the cord, and you are never ever going to let them back in, which as you shouldn't, because is what happens is when you say no to the things that aren't serving you, your yeses are going to come in immediately. And so this I would really look at in your life right now: people, situations, anything that makes you feel small, or if they're sucking on you, or if they're lowering you down, or if they're just not aligning to you. It is the month to let them go. Okay, this means jobs, every single thing that is not serving you. The other thing that I see this month is karma. We're in the karma year. So this whole year is all about letting go of karma and karma coming back in. So if it's revisiting, we are in Mercury retrograde, which I'll get to in a minute too. So I also see if you've been in a court date, or if you've been, having this difficult situation in your life and it's been a struggle for some time, this will be the month that you will hear answers. And also the other way goes around. If you've been trying to ignore something and just keep walking away from it, this is the month that's going to blow up in your face, and you're going to have to do something about it, as you should, so you can walk forward into your life. Okay. So those are the good things that I'm seeing. All right. Abundance. This is the month to manifest more abundance. We are in the the 8 months. So this could go either way. You're going to have to pay a lot of bills or a lot of money will come in. But knowing that if you do pay a lot of bills, karmically you're in alignment and you're in the energy of positivity, then you'll have more money in your life anyway. So it doesn't really matter. Okay. So now we're going to go to the planetary alignment and the energy and why this month is so powerful. We have, number one, we have the new moon starting the 4th, Mercury retrograde. Also, we're already in the gray period. So we have all of this and we have the Lionsgate. So Mercury retrograde, anytime Mercury goes retrograde, and I see this one being the most powerful Mercury retrograde. Now, some people thrive. I thrive. I was born on a Mercury retrograde, so it kind of does the opposite for me. And I don't really think Mercury retrograde is it's not a bad energy anyways. It's a great I actually really think it's good because it's a time to go back in and reassess. It's all about it's about time to go within your life and reassess what is working for me. What do I need to let go of? What do I need to focus on? Do I need to let this go forever? Right? So it's all about that. And when these things come back in, so this means exes will come back in. They probably already started. They usually start about 6 weeks before. So this could be ex-lovers, ex-friends, ex-relationships. This could be ex-jobs. It doesn't necessarily have to be like an ex-lover, right? So just remember, if they are an ex-lover or an ex-friend, there's a reason why you're your ex. So, just remember that. Can people change? Absolutely. But usually whatever you was in the past that you had from this ex, you probably learned your lesson and that's why you're ex. And knowing that this is the time when they do come back in, that this is also the month and the year that you will say bye-bye and they will be out of your life. Okay, like they're gone. So this is also the time when electricity and is what I think is very interesting. We have these biggest solar storms that we've had in the past 20 years. Solar storm, even NASA even talks about solar storms and how it can wipe out power grids. Of course it can. Imagine just like all of this energy just coming down and you have this other energy here on the earth. Of course it can wipe it out. And then we have Mercury retrograde, right? So Mercury retrograde deals with communication, it deals with electricity, it deals with all the Wi-Fi, it deals with everything like that. And I'm sure you've already had little things. I have my phone, emails, Wi-Fi's already been glitchy. We're going to see an extreme of glitchiness coming in after Mercury goes full forward, but I feel it's mostly going to be more in the middle of August to the end of August is when I see this major energy coming in. So those are the other things that are just be aware. Have your computer backed up. If your computer does go down, this happened to me before when Mercury retrograde happened, and I had kind of like a 6-month-old computer, just totally crapped out. They couldn't find what was wrong, but it just like died. If something big dies like that, just know it's an awesome time to restart, and there's a reason why, and kind of just like let it go and restart. This is also a time when you don't want to buy, like I would not purchase big things, especially this Mercury retrograde, like cars, appliances, all those electronics, and also start or launch new things. Now, if you've already had things in the process, absolutely. If you've already been talking to that person for selling your house, then yeah, you can do that. But I wouldn't be just this month being like, oh yeah, I think I'm going to sell my house. It's most likely will not sell, or if it does sell, there will be a lot of heads up. You just really got to look over the heads up. Now, I do feel the other part of this, I do feel court cases, things like that, that have already been in the works. I see them coming up for you to look at and get them done with, and it's going to be you are going to come out good. So I do see that with the court cases. So that's with the Mercury retrograde. So we also have this whole big energy of Mercury and the solar storms and then the number 8 numerology. And my dream last night was this is forever going to change the world. Back to next year, we look back, and I know 2020 was major, right? But this is going to shift and change systems, which systems is what we've been living with from day one. We have the government system, we have the money system, we have the school system. Think of systems, and systems are a way that we work within. We have our belief system. This is the cool thing that I see this month is we're going to outgrow our old, outdated belief systems. Whatever you believe to be your reality, you will manifest, and that is what you will attract and bring to you. So of course, releasing the old outdated belief system in order to achieve more, in order to have more, in order to grow more in your life. You have to have a better belief system. You have to be one that matches that. So I do feel the belief systems are also going to majorly be changing, as they already have been. If you look at society, it's already been a major. So that's also going to be changing. So with this new energy coming in, I see the earth. So we talked about above, it's all coming down in here too. So in order for the earth to change, because when the earth changed, we are grounded, we are here on earth. This is where we live. This is our home, is the earth, and we are connected to the earth. Now, we should be more connected to the earth. So during this month, it's going to be vital, and I'm sure all of you guys have been feeling this energy one way or another. The energy makes me, I grab energy on solar storms. I'm all like energized. I can't sleep. I'm definitely channeling like crazy, but most people are probably the opposite way. They are tired, they're drained, they don't know what's wrong with them, they're cranky, right? They're not feeling good because this energy is pushing out things in your body. So it's going to be really, really important for you to hydrate. Drink as much water as you can and make sure it's alkaline. I've always been a Fiji drinker, and the reason why is because it hydrates me the most. Whatever hydrates you the most, I would do. Okay. You want to go near water, be out in nature as much as you can. You've probably already been longing this. I've been hearing this from a lot of people, like, I just want to be outside. Well, you want to be outside because you're grounded, you're rooted, and it's an abundance. So you're going to want to long for that abundance energy, right? Abundance energy is outside, nature. There's an abundance of nature. So can't stress this enough. Go outside, take breaks from society, take breaks from here, from social media, take breaks from TV, take breaks from all these electronics. And I can't stress this enough, because this month specifically, all these electronics are going to burn out your energy even more. And one other energy tip, I get this question all the time about watches. As you see, I don't have an Apple Watch. Apple Watches are batteries. All watches are batteries, yes, but on top of it, the Apple Watches have a battery that drain you. I remember many years ago trying to wear one, and I was like, why am I always tired? Well, that's the reason why. And then a lot of my clients, I started asking them, they took off their watches, and miraculously that they started having energy. So be aware of that. And I also want to talk about the electric car. The electric car, one of the reasons why I don't have electric car, among many, but one of the reasons are you are sitting on the battery. Huge battery underneath you. So notice how you feel. And if you do have electric car, maybe do something to help you with bringing in that battery. And especially right now this month, so maybe put some crystals, some shungite down. To be honest with you, I haven't even really thought of or gone into and thought about things like this, because nobody's really asked me, but I will tell you the battery is definitely a form of energy, so it could definitely be draining. Thank you, Joni. So that's another thing. Okay, so with all this energy. So now we're getting to Earth. So the Earth that I see that's going to be opening up, I just saw major earthquakes. And I already been saying this, already been predicting this, and they've already been showing up in the places that I predicted. I said Vermont's going to flood. It already flooded. We're going to see extreme flooding on the East Coast. We're also going to see earthquakes in places that aren't normal, because I see the whole entire Earth really starting to rumble, starting to shake. And it's shaking because it's releasing things that are in the earth, the toxic energy that's been there for many, many years, many lifetimes. So now it's coming up, and it's going to show up by earthquakes. So let me tell you about earthquakes, because I have learned, I lived in California. Yeah, right, Veronica? Right, well, think about it. You're sitting on a battery. Like, it's not good for your body, right? There's many other things too that I'll go into another show about that. If you do have an electric car, I would highly suggest a gas car on the side, put it that way, because electric cars in the future, they will be able to shut off and just do all that. Just side note here. So with earthquakes, when the energy, anytime the earth, think about it, it's our stability, it's our earth, it's our grounded stability here. We root down like a tree. That's the way we should be. So when the when the earth starts shaking like this energetically, it's going to affect us. I used to live in California, and I remember before an earthquake would happen, I would predict it, I would taste it, I would feel it, I would say, hey, it's coming, I could feel it. I am a Taurus, I can feel the earth, I'm part of Mother Earth, I can feel every part of her. And so before that, I would get a stomach ache, and many people would say this, and we would start feeling dizzy, right? And the reason why is because energetically it is affecting your stability, it's affecting your balance. So I see in August extreme earthquakes all over, especially around the Ring of Fire. Ring of Fire goes up California. And yes, I'm going to be in California for those of you. We'll see. I feel a lot of things. I myself feel so much shit. I will tell you this right now. I'm always one that travels, even during crazy times. I know I'm always protected and I always listen. But one of the things that I think is very interesting, because one of the dates I do see, I put down the dates, is August 14th is going to be a big date. I feel like that's going to be with actually presidencies. I do see assassinations and all kinds of stuff, which I'll get to in a minute. I do feel that the 19th is the full moon of August. I am to be in California August 21st to the 23rd. I'm going to be up in Santa Barbara. So those of you, we'll see if I show up though, because recently I'm like, I don't know. That's how bad I feel LA. Any big city, a lot of stuff's going to be happening. Major stuff. I'm seeing bombs. I'm seeing explosions. I see terrorist attacks. Just so much stuff that it's going to be chaos, major chaos. And I see this stuff the middle of August to the end of August. So those of you that are in California, if I do decide to go, and I'm kind of just waiting to see what my guides have to say the further I go into August. Right now I am planned. I will be available for private readings. I'm already getting pretty booked up. I will be in Santa Barbara area, Ojai and Santa Barbara area, August. I might be changing it to September. August 21st to 23rd. And then I will be back to Long Beach the 23rd to the 25th as of right now. So I'll keep you guys posted, because I'm to fly into LA, and I will have to tell you, I do not feel comfortable flying into LA as of right now, because I see major destruction coming this month. So the one thing I see is earthquakes coming up, the Ring of Fire, which is all of it goes down Mexico, comes up California into Alaska. And I've already said this, I predicted this from a month ago, and I said Alaska is going to be a hot spot, California is going to be a hot spot, Hawaii is going to be a hot spot, and Japan is going to be a hot spot, Asia is going to be a hot spot, all around this Ring of Fire. They've already started shaking. I've already been watching them on Earthquake, and everybody's been sending me all kinds of stuff, because they always do. So Hawaii is definitely going to be a hot spot. All these are going to be hot spots. And when I say hot spots, that's where I see a lot of this earthquakes, and I see tsunamis. And Mexico is, especially Southern California and Mexico, all the way up to LA, maybe even a little past LA, San Diego area. I do feel a lot of activity there. I'm seeing a lot of earthquakes. I'm seeing possibly tsunamis, especially around, well, anytime I see an earthquake in the ocean, because that's where I feel a lot of activity is going to be. Obviously, that can be the earthquake, or that could be the tsunami coming over. Stacy, you text me, okay, or go to my website, message me from Facebook, or message me, or go to my website. If you want a private reading while I'm there, definitely text me, which I'm not going to give out my number here, but go to my website, vickie-miller.com, go to my web or Facebook me, okay, Stacy, and I would love to, I'll message you, because you're on my Facebook. So anyways, I feel there's going to be so much, I just see California, and Mexico and Hawaii, and I'm seeing more toward the middle to the end of the month, really have a lot of stuff. So if I was you out there, I would definitely have just some extra water, earthquake kits. As you know, the one good thing right now with earthquakes is California has been built up, so they can withstand now. It's just like here in Florida where we have hurricanes, and now our houses are hurricane proof. So that is the one good thing. But with this energy coming in is what's going to happen when earthquakes come in, and energetically, it's going to affect us on a physical and emotional level. The one thing I do love about earthquakes is it clears us out. It clears us out the stability. It clears out, not the stability, but it clears out the lower emotions and the energies, right? So that I also do feel. We have, oh, Nina. So we have a fault line here in South Carolina that runs with Mississippi. Yes. So happy. I just got chills too. Woo, chills are always my validation. So, and if you guys have any questions, let me know here as I'm doing this live. Trying to cover everything because I really seriously see as we have a storm coming. I just looked out my eyes. It was like, oh, over here in Florida, we're supposed to be getting a tropical storm. So let's see if I stay on here. But yes, so Mississippi River has always been the most fascinating energy to me because there is definitely a vortex there. And I've always said, I see Mississippi River up and down wherever you at, you are definitely going to get some activity. Definitely earthquakes for sure. And just this, it's just fascinating to me with them. So yes, I do feel that, Nina, to answer you there. Oh yeah, Joni, California is, one of the reasons why I moved out of California. I'm just going to be heads up. And I do love California. So don't get me wrong. I love going back out there and visiting. But it's going to affect everything and everywhere. And not only just California, it's going to affect the whole United States. So the whole United States is going to be wrecking ball down. So we'll talk about United States as we go here. Well, first let me finish too. What else I see? I see some volcanoes. So the volcano eruptions, Wyoming. I would not go out to Yellowstone either. I also feel a lot of volcano activity there, underground, and that's where I just predicted the geyser, and the geyser just blew. We're going to see a lot more of that activity coming. I pretty much just see anywhere where you can think of a volcano or a grid, especially if you're near an earthquake grid. Even if you're not, I see just the whole earth starting to rumble and it's going to explode. I see a lot of explosions this month. I see both explosions of the volcanoes, but I also see literally explosions. So that means I do feel that there's going to be heightened terrorist attacks. There's going to be heightened, I would definitely be aware if you are going to the Democratic convention, I would stay out of the city. There is definitely going to be a lot of action there. I also see assassinations. I see assassination attempts. So let's go into, let me first finish about the weather and then I will also go into there. You're welcome, Nina. So when it comes to the weather, we're gonna have big storms. So anything that comes will be amplified. So anything after the middle of August, like right now we're getting something here. After the middle of August is when I see everything amplified. So if somebody says, hey, we have a tornado warning, be aware, it's going to be amplified. It's going to be big. We have a hurricane, and I do see hurricanes coming. I see hurricanes coming on the East Coast here. Miami is a big hot spot. Somebody did ask me about them. So I do feel Miami being a hot spot. I also see the Carolinas being a hot spot, Virginia being a hot spot, all the way up to New Jersey and New York. I do feel we're going to get some more stuff in the north. Now, I don't feel that hurricane is what I'm seeing with the hurricanes back to the middle of August, and the days that I have in August, dates. I don't always get dates, but I heard to write these dates down. So we'll see what happens on these dates. Obviously, August 8th, huge day to manifest. Lionsgate, 8-8. But I really feel that Lionsgate's going to come in and open up. I got 14th, which was fascinating because the 19th is the full moon, but there's something big that's going to happen on the 14th and the 29th. These are the dates that I got. Now, 14th to the 21st, I think are going to be very interesting because the 19th is when the Democrat convention is, and we have the full moon. So I don't know. There's definitely going to be some stuff there. And I see the middle of the month being the really powerful month. So when we do see these storms coming in, now we're going to talk about hurricanes and storms like that. We're going to see one after another after another. I just feel this pulling here, right? And I do feel a lot in Mexico, activity happening in Mexico, in both sides. There's something with Mexico where I feel it's trying like I see the water erosion. I see a lot of water erosion and I see a lot of devastation down there too. Yeah, Debbie says New York's weather has gone psychotic from what I grew up with, floods, tornadoes. Yes, and I see Northeast being major flooding too. I just said that I saw Vermont, and Vermont just did flood too. So we are going to have a lot of flooding. Now, I'm going to put this out there too, just to be aware of all this. So, I'm not going to use all of his name because they take me down a lot. There's somebody that owns the biggest farmland private use in the whole United States, and I'm not going to say his name because they take me down here. So I wouldn't be surprised if the flooding doesn't happen around there. So I don't know where you guys live, but I'm just letting you know. But there will be flooding and storms and all of that. Okay, so now let's get to presidency. Let's get to United States first of all. The wrecking ball of systems, back to the wrecking ball of systems. Like I've been saying, I do not see a president election. Definitely do not. We're going to see heated stuff here this month with that too. I do feel that there's going to be attacks. Now the attacks, Israel and the war and all that is going to intensify. We're going to see a very volatile energy coming in, especially after the middle of the month as people start being angry and opinions and just this like, it just feels very yuck. I don't like it, right? It's going to be very heightened. So back to the more you can step out of that, the more you can get earthy, grounded, step out of the anger, the better for you. But we're going to see this on all levels. We're going to see the truth. We're going to start hearing more, seeing more, and knowing also that what media shows you is always not the truth. So see through it. Okay, they'll show you what they want you to see. All right, even as I tell you this, that I don't like the energy, I start getting cramp in my foot. Not fun. Charlie horse. Okay, so as we go through this, I do feel the presidency of Harris and Biden, and I'm calling her by Harris too because, like, if you guys did not see on my Facebook page, I would definitely go to my Facebook business page. If you did not see it, who was it with? It was with SETI, my astrologer. We talked about this and how they talked, or no, it was my numerologist, which I am having a numerology show tomorrow too, on Facebook for AA Lionsgate. So make sure to check that out. But you guys will see more. Go to my website, vickie-miller.com to get on my newsletter and you'll know everything I'm doing. Anyways, so with that is Harris and Biden, we are going to see something come up around the 19th, 20th. Well, of course, because the convention is then too, right? But I feel this could also be a heightened time of assassination. And I believe Biden's been dead for a long time. This is my belief. I believe that they have an actor standing in. I heard recently too that he's a lot taller than whatever it is. And just so you know, I am not about politics at all. I think politics are so small and beneath everything in life that because they're puppets, it doesn't matter what side, they're puppets. There's somebody higher that is really ruling the whole entire planet, really. So when it comes to that, and we're going to see that, we're going to see the system be broken down this year for sure. That's why I don't see an election. What they do, I don't necessarily know. I just know United States is going to be wiped out. Like, in other words, we are starting ground zero. The systems, the states, all of that, and we're going to see the start of that this month. I do feel that either he steps down and she becomes president, or there's going to be some epiphanies around there, some truth around there, and I definitely feel that's going to start this month. And possibly, like, if he's not dead, he's going to die this month, or they're going to show, because this has all been in the works and in the plan. So they're going to show the truth, and they're going to show that. And then I see her coming in. But what's interesting is I feel there's going to be a lot of assassination attempts, and I do feel a death of someone. So when I say, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be Biden. So whether they show us a death and it's from assassination, or if it's just he's dead, which I would think the later, it just shows that he's dead, or he died, or he passed, whatever it is. I do feel a death of some president, and he is our president right now. So supposedly our president. So I'm going to say him. Yeah. So, oh, really interesting, Joni. Yeah. So I'm not even going to go there because Joni, they'll definitely take me down. In 2020, I got taken down a lot. So we'll see even if this stays up. So I do feel that with the presidency, yeah, that's the whole thing. So I wanted to also come on here with the war too. So I see an intensify of the war. I feel that all wars are going to be intensified for sure. And this is when I feel there I do feel we're going to start having terrorist attacks. Now, the terrorist attacks, though, I thought was interesting. I do see there is going to be some bombing. I see explosions. So whatever the bombing is. I feel they're going to be different than before. And like I've been saying, I feel stuff in the water. Always have water. I can't really say a lot on here too because I don't know if they'll take me down for that, but water. You need water. I just got a lightning strike there, so that is affirmation. Get some water. Because I do feel that that could be a way into attacks that we've never had before, because I'm not seeing the normal attacks. I'm seeing something much bigger. I also feel electric. We are going, yeah, totally. I could see it too, Denise, you know. But we're going to see, like, literally they're going to come out and say this happened, you know, this is, and because it's been in the plans. So the other thing about August is everything is truth, right? It's going to be coming out. The truth is going to come out. Maybe not as much as what Denise is saying here, that, you know, Denise is saying he's been dead since 2019. And, you know, that truth might not be coming out, but they'll say, okay, now he's dead. That kind of truth is what I'm saying. And then when that comes out, this is when there's going to be so much chaos and so much, I just see riots. I also see riots. I also see a lot of rules and restrictions. So when Harris comes into office, I do feel that she is going to immediately, it's already been on the works. Like, things have already been there. I do feel she's going to immediately start making rules and laws. And this is where I see guns coming up. Anytime that they start doing guns, it's interesting how there's shootings all over. Just going to throw that out there, right? And then they go in and they try to take them away. So I do feel that is going to definitely be something on the ticket, or a way that there's going to be these new rules and regulations that are going to happen. And you're going to see a lot of people that are going to go cray cray and just be very much in riot. And so all of this riot energy is going to cause a bigger division. And so we're going to see the fall of every system back down to money. Yes. I heard thunder. Stretch when you hear the first thunder. Makes you stronger. Thanks. Yeah, we have, if you guys could see the storm that's coming over here. Yeah, I know I have to go get gas before we have a storm we're supposed to be having. And those of you in here in Florida, people have been asking me, we have the whole state pretty much under a state of emergency. Well, we do have the state of emergency, and they said that we're supposed to be getting so much rain and blah blah blah. And yeah, we'll see. I feel we'll definitely have flooding, but I'm not seeing like a crazy storm, like you know, hurricane in other words. But this is going to be the start of what I see coming in the middle of the month. So I do feel then is when the hurricanes are really going to start revving up, more toward the end of the month. And that's where I hear August 29th. Just heard this. So guys, we'll see. August 29th, there's going to be a huge hurricane. I hear it's out in the Atlantic. I'm seeing it right now. I'm even tasting it, and it's more south. So yeah, it definitely could be, this could be the one that hits Miami. Yeah, I know, right? I know, Jody, when they're like, you're going to get rain. I'm like, it's Florida. I know we're going to get rain. We always get rain. I love rain. I love storms. So I'm excited for this. Anyway, so let's talk about that. So the presidency is, you know, I feel a lot with the presidency this year. I also feel some stuff with Trump. I feel that Trump could have an aha moment. I know he is Vance right now. I don't know. He might waver from that, from having him. He might choose someone else. I just see there's so many surprises. So many. This is the month where things out of the blue are going to change. You're going to have things show up in your life out of the blue, and things are going to just be like, what? Like, just in one day. One instance, back to 2020, it happened just in like a minute, right? That's the kind of energy. But with this, I'm seeing a wrecking ball of systems, a wrecking ball. And I saw I saw a lot of the earth rumbling. So I really feel This is the month that we are going to have it from underneath. We're going to have a whole bunch of shaking and breaking apart and flooding and devastation when it comes to weather. And this is our stability. And part of our stability is washing away the systems. So all the earth stuff that's going to happen helps us wash away our systems. So when we wash away our systems, this is when actually liberation will come in. The other thing I was asking my guides about is the school system, because the school system here in California is crazy. Florida, we start like the 12th, which I just think is way too soon, but it is what it is. I do feel the school system is going to change and evolve. And even this month, we are going to see some new toxic energy coming in, sickness, illness coming in. That's also going to be a part. I definitely feel it was created and released. And so I don't know how this is going to show up, but I definitely feel more of that, especially as we move into September. So I feel more toward the end of August is when we're going to get more of that. The weird thing is, you guys got to Google this, because I think this is also a part of the toxic water that I was seeing, was a hammerhead worm. Have you guys ever heard of a hammerhead worm? It's disgusting. You got to check it out. Texas recently has been seeing a lot of these, and I guess they're in different parts, and they carry a parasite. What better way? And since when did we ever have this hammerhead worm? First I've ever heard of it, just saying. So with this worm, what a better way to get into animals, into the feed, into the water. It's a parasite. I guess it's toxic. You do not pick it up. I guess it's as toxic as a blowfish. Always forget. And you can't kill it either, because if you cut it in half, it will regenerate into many different ones. Have we ever heard of this? Have you guys ever heard of this? Yes, right, Veronica. I know. I'm like, I have never heard of this. But think of this. This is a better way. It's starting to get really windy here, so I'm hoping I keep on with electricity. And I do see tornadoes too. That was the other thing that just kind of came up. So I have my eyes around here just so you guys know I'm looking around, making sure I don't have to go take shelter. Yeah, right, Megan? Like, it's so ridiculous. And but think of this. This is a great way that things could get into our water, could get into our food supply. And just saying, don't know, but there's a parasite. And the other thing I got too for August is do a parasite cleanse, but also have something for a parasite. Ivermectin was amazing during the time, so we'll see, whatever parasite cleanse is great for you. And I want to talk about parasites. I've been a health intuitive for 20 some years. I've worked on thousands of people, and I will tell you, we all get parasites. And the other thing is, we get parasites from food, from animals, all kinds of stuff. I mean, there's parasites living all the time. If you have like belly issues, if you have a lot of burping, if you have just feel bloated, it's great to have a parasite cleanse, and it's not going to hurt you. The other thing is, parasites will go to the brain. Sometimes when I'm working on healings on people, I'm like, oh my God, you have some parasites in your brains. So the brain is a great way for a parasite to live. And this could be where you get forgetful thinking and all of that stuff too. Megan, good question. I get mine from Mexico. I have a friend down there, so I didn't know that they do that now. So maybe just anything with woodworm is great for a parasite. Oh, Denise. Oh, yeah. You could get the horse stuff too. I don't know how it tastes, but you could get that. And I want to leave this too as in August. We have such this major energy shifting and clearing us out that it's going to be affecting the animals and children too. So be aware of this, especially, animals can't talk to you. I talk to them all the time. I'm an animal communicator. They can feel all this stuff. We all know that animals are great weather animals, right? They will know when an earthquake or a storm's coming. They'll start to pace, they'll get nervous. So listen to that, because this is going to be a time that they're also going to be like that. And also children and babies, they can feel the same thing. So they could be very emotional through this time and this month, and knowing that what you are spreads to them. So stay calm, get out of fear, do what makes you feel good, because all that spreads to them. And even though this is going to be the biggest month to get change throughout the whole world, that the more you stay grounded and look forward to this change, because this change is going to be liberating. This change, and many of you guys have asked me about money. for sure money system is going to be changing. But the thing with money is, and as I do think it needs to change, that was the other thing. I saw banks closing. I saw we are going to see a lot of things with banks. The banking system is going to start more toward the middle to the end of the month too. So some banks will shut down, or some banks will change, or they'll cut down on their hours, or they're going to do something like this. I don't see them taking the money. I just see them changing the way that they work. Denise says, tastes gross. I put it in gel capsules. Oh, that's a great idea. My dog's horses are extra neat and protective recently. Yeah, Stacy, because they're feeling it. That's what I'm saying. So listen to your animals. They're like great energy readers. Yeah, so Nancy, and I'm sure most of you can feel like you're like I can feel something's going on. So is what's really getting ready to happen in August, and it's already started in August, but it's going to, if you want to think of a storm coming, of a hurricane coming, it's starting right now. And as we start going into the middle of the month, it's starting to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And then it's going to escalate by the middle of the month, purge out. And this is when I feel eruptions in systems and the presidency and the school system and the earth. So this is when the eruptions are going to happen. Back to the date I got was August 14th. So the 8 is a new portal that even pulls in more energy, pulls in more of the yumminess of manifesting, right? And then that's when it really just floods us. And then it goes, in the middle of the month into moving us into September, which September is harvest time. But I do feel, September is also eclipse. So we're pre-eclipse. So eclipse means something will be eclipsing out of your life that's no longer serves you. And this is going to further into our systems, going to further into the world of the way we knew it, the way the resources were. All of that's going to continue into that. And knowing that, I love eclipse because things will be leaving your life that no longer serves you, but I'm actually seeing that right now. I feel that right now with the Mercury retrograde and the August energy. It's already just going through us and purging and moving out, and it's going to help you up level and upgrade. Yes, I love canning. I know, I've been thinking I've been wanting to can. Yeah, Stacy. So, food, let's talk food. I definitely feel like I've been saying, just have some, we are going to see a shortage. Have you not already noticed how your body has been not needing as much? Or let's go the other way that I've been saying, my stomach, like I can't eat anything anymore because everything tastes so gross or fake, or my body's just, even a watermelon. I'm like, how can you screw up a watermelon? What can you put in a watermelon? Well, I don't know what they're putting in it, but it tastes weird and it's doing that. And yes, I buy all mine organic. Everybody's, oh, organic. Do you know organic still doesn't do shit? Organic, I buy organic too because it's pesticides. But Stacy, aren't you the one that was the farmer? Maybe it wasn't you. There's another Stacy that her husband does organic farming. And so those of you that know organic, let's talk organic. I used to have a dog bakery too. So my dog bakery, all I had to do was use 10% of my dog treats to call it organic. So you also have to look into this, because I could use an organic flour and nothing else. And I could say, this is organic, and I could charge you a lot more money because now I'm saying it's organic. The other thing to know about organic food is they spray, or they put on their poop, like animal poop, to keep the bugs off. And then you're eating that poop, which could be E. coli and a whole bunch of stuff. Yes, I thought it was you, Stacy. Yes, same pesticides used in organic. Yeah, so Stacy says, same pesticides used in organic. So just investigate this, okay? And the other thing to know about something being organic, because me being a pet psychic and a horse whisperer, I will always tell them, like, it's the food. Food is everything. And you gotta be thinking this right now, especially for our animals. If you have your animals, there's been so many problems recently with all my animals, with my readings recently with the food, because of what they put in there. And just so you guys know that chicken, I'm going to say not all dogs are allergic to chicken, but when I had my dog bakery 20 some years ago and still in my readings, chicken is a big thing that's hard for dogs, and it's also a hot Chinese food that also causes inflammation. And they put chicken in a lot of product. Even if they say that's beef on the back of the bag, you got to check out to make sure it's chicken. And then people will be like, oh, well, it's organic chicken. It doesn't matter. It's still chicken. And then think about what they're feeding the dog chicken, what it's doing to us. I've never been a chicken eater. Well, no, I'm not a meat eater to begin with, but chicken's definitely gross. Yes, Stacy. So they grow their own at home. Yeah, growing your own food is only going to help big time too. I would definitely suggest that because is what's going to happen during here is the flooding, and when flooding happens, then you know that's a food shortage, and as it's already been there, and they've already been modifying the food, and I do feel that. And the last thing I want to leave this on in August is your body. Our bodies are going to be talking to us more than anything. So we are emotional beings, and I've been a health intuitive for many years. I've seen many different things. All disease and illness is either brought to you from a past life or from your emotions. Your emotions will manifest into a physical form. So in other words, that toxic relationship, going into that job that you hate, any of that stuff, emotionally holding in those thoughts, those feelings, those things you need to speak up, you're holding in all that energy. And it's what happens is you create disease, illness, tumors, all those things. Well, this is the month that your body is going to be talking to you, extremely talking to you through pain, through things. So it's what's going to happen is this is the month that if you do create illness, and yes, I say create because you're not allowing your emotions out of anger, resentment, grief, shame, all of those, this is the month that they will manifest, and they will manifest very fast. So health is this month to really listen to your physical body. Do what your physical body says, and emotionally allow those emotions to speak and exist and come out. And you're going to have this craving to speak the truth. You could even be like talking to somebody and be like, oh my God, did I just say that out loud? So it's going to be really important, and your body's really going to be talking to you. And especially as we move forward into eclipse season, which is in September, but we're going to feel the effects the middle to the end of August. We're going to see a lot of people leaving the planet, okay? Especially elderlies or people that can't wake up, or people that have toxins in their body. They are definitely going to be wanting to check out, especially as we move forward into this new system. If you can't activate yourself and live in this new system, you're going to have a really hard time. So you may decide to leave the planet. I'm not saying you guys, I'm saying people out there. You're going to see a lot of people leave the planet and go into heaven. Yeah, Nina. So I love how Nina says this, been having chest pains. So ask your chest. So if you are this person that has stuff, anytime I have, like recently I was itching. I'm like, why am I itching? Talk to your body. Ask your body, what emotion am I listening? What emotion am I holding on to? What is this about? Is this another person's emotion? Energy is going to become extremely contagious. And this is why you're no longer going to be able to be with somebody that makes you feel small or makes you like just feel like, ugh. You're going to start feeling that even more this month. You're going to feel more suffocated around a person or a situation that doesn't make you feel good. You're going to really, really feel it. Energy is contagious. So being aware that this is the month you're really going to flood that out. So talk to your body, listen to your body. Yeah, come to my goddess retreat. That's one of my things I do want goddesses out there. We are going to have a blast. It's September 19th on the day after the eclipse. I love how the universe just always works this out. Eclipse, we're going to cut all those energy cords, those past lives. It's in on Lake Sunapee in New Hampshire, which I'm so excited to see, with Melissa Jasper, which is the owner of Picasso Jasper. If you have not been to her website, go there, Picasso Jasper. She is the most cute. I'm usually a walking billboard to her. I do not have my t-shirt on today from her, but she has some really cute clothes and crystals and necklaces and all kinds of stuff. And we are going to be having a blast. And there's only 12 ladies allowed, not allowed, but 12 spots. That's all we have room for. And I like to keep it small and intimate. And it's already filling up. So go to vickie-miller.com if you are a woman and want to transform, make sure to check that goddess retreat out. We are going to like really shift and become a badass manifesting queen. Can't wait for that. So we'd love to have you guys there. I see all women on here right now. And I'll give you a heads up, Stacy, I should be in California. We'll see as the time gets closer. It's just going to be an extreme time. And I would also stay away from major cities. I do feel major cities. I see there's going to be some explosions for sure, some disruptions, some electricity grids going down. You know, people have been asking me about the 3-day thing. There's 3 days, supposed to be 3 days of like a reset of 3 days of electric and everything. I don't see that this month. I see more eruptions. So the eruptions that could cause some electrical stuff could be weather, could be explosions. I also see cyber attacks. Cyber attacks are going to be big, more toward the end of the month again. So make sure you know that, if you get an email, if you get a text, I mean, I get texts all the time, like about UPS and all this stuff. It's all BS. So be aware of that. I've been to 2 retreats, absolutely wonderful learning and positive time with beautiful souls. Debbie, thank you. I know I miss you. Yes, so come to the retreat in New Hampshire. You were amazing, and yeah, so I love that. Thank you for sharing that too. Oh, that's the other thing. At my Goddess retreats, you guys will definitely walk away with new friends too. That's the whole thing, is such wonderful goddesses come to retreats. I love you all. All right, everyone, have an amazing August, and I hope this answers some of your guys' questions. There again, if you want to join me on my 8/8 Lionsgate webinar, go to my website, vickie-miller.com, and you can sign up there. It's at 8 p.m., $88, pretty easy. We're going to be pulling in the energy, honing it in to manifest abundance and opening up that new door. Definitely, and know that things are going to happen so fast. Like this month, and it's like, so really work high on this energy to manifest and actualize your dreams and like pull them in. All of this explosive energy coming in is only going to help you propel and bring that energy and manifest it into your life. So step out of fear, step into power, step outside. That's really going to help you feel the best too. All right, you're welcome, Veronica. Have a magical day. Bye, guys.